Hello everyone, welcome to DigiGlobe Solutions. In this video, we are going to see Fibonacci series using a simple iterative way. We do have many other approaches as well, where we'll be covering all those approaches in the coming session. And before even writing the code in C++, let us understand what do you mean by Fibonacci series. Okay, so this is a sequence of numbers in which each number, that too after the first two numbers, is the sum of the two preceding ones. That means the sequence starts with 0 and 1. So first and second term is fixed to 0 and 1. The actual calculation starts from the third number itself. Okay, so each and every term, each and every number of this sequence is going to be the sum of the previous two numbers. Okay, so let us write code for this. So we know that the previous one, that is our first number, is going to be 0. So the first two numbers of the sequence is fixed to zeros and 1, as we know that. So we'll initialize the previous 1 and 2 with 0 and 1. And next we will have the Fibonacci number, which we will be calculating. So this is going to be the Fibonacci number, and we don't know that value because we'll be calculating that later. And we'll take the number of the terms which has to be generated, that is our n, from the user itself. Okay, so we'll give a prompt to the user telling that please enter the number of terms so that we can generate the Fibonacci series. Okay, now we can take the input from the user n, and we know that we have the previous one and previous two, right? And let us print this. So we got this as previous Fibonacci series, and we'll be printing this previous one, and we'll be printing previous two as well. Okay, so we know the values of first and second terms, right? So we just printed it, and now the actual calculation starts from the third number. So we'll be starting from 2, and we know the number of terms which has to be generated. That means we know the number of iterations. That means we know the number of iterations which we are going to use or which we are going to loop. Okay, so as we know the number of iterations, we will be using for loop. Okay, so simply what I'll be saying is int I, and just initialize it with 2, and this goes till n minus 1. Okay, so this goes till n minus 1. This is how we will be writing the for loop condition. Okay, we'll be starting from the second index and we'll be going till n minus 1. And here what we'll be doing is we'll be calculating the Fibonacci number. Okay, so Fibonacci number is equals to previous one plus previous two. So every time the number is going to be the sum of the previous two numbers. So we are done with the main formula, that is the condition. And now after finding one number, we have to find the next number. In order to find the next number, we have to shift our values of previous one and previous two and even the Fibonacci number to the right side by one digit. Okay, so we have to move our previous one by one to the right side. That means now the previous one becomes previous two. Okay, and next the previous two has to be moved to the right side by one itself. So now it becomes a Fibonacci number which we have calculated. Okay, so we are done with the basic conditions, and we are done with the calculation of the Fibonacci number, and we are done with shifting the previous one and previous two by one to the right side. Now it's time to print it. So let's print our Fibonacci number, and we'll add a space over here so that the sequence looks good. And now if we run this program, let us give the input as 4, because we know that the Fibonacci number for 4 terms is nothing but 0, 1, 1 and 2. And if I enter 4, we got till, sorry, it has to be n, not n minus 1. We'll be going till n minus 1, right? So it has to be less than n. And now if you run this code, if we give 4 as input, we can see the Fibonacci series as 0, 1, 1 and 2. So this is the simplest way of finding Fibonacci number, that is Fibonacci series. And we do have recursive way as well, and we do have optimized way as well. So we'll be learning those in the coming sessions. And thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. Please do subscribe to our channel.